Really?
Just selected ones.
To allow it all to be, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Well, to allow it to all the dimensions to integrate together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To play the symphony.
Mm.
And then you have the privilege of playing it the way that you want it, or that you prefer it.
Yeah, I still feel that for me is to be sensitive and stay in my heart. I think that to me brings a lot of clarity.
Mm.
Because there's no judgment there. There's no doubt. There's no fear in a sense where I feel that I have to be something or do something to achieve something. I'm already it. It's really, that's what it is. And this is where a lot of times people feel, oh, that's arrogant, and that's, but that's the 3D understanding, because it's ego. But when you come into knowing what it is to really be it, is to know that the confidence that you are that already. And that comes within yourself, knowing that you're taking the action.
Yeah, and then for me with that, how I often used to doubt what value I had, and that's because there wasn't enough awareness of all that I am.
Sure.
Mm.
I can resonate with that. I can resonate with that. My God, it's wow. And that's the part of the process. This is why I love the fact that we can come through experiences and process all of this and be able to say, now look at me now, look now. And I say to yourself, not for others, but look at yourself now, how magnificent this is, how amazing, that you awaken. Like, you're not living in that doubt anymore. You're not living in dread, in a low vibration of thoughts that just pull you down. Oh my God, it's like freeing, right, Alison? It's so freeing, right?
Yeah, but I think the key for me was to break through the awareness that I was way more than what my ego could perceive.
Oh, yes. Yes, and I hear it in your voice.
Oh yeah.
I hear it in your voice.
Do you realize who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think that's what that's all of our true nature and purpose, right? For me, that's it. And the rest is then what you want.
Yeah, is realizing who you are.
Yes, I love that. And who would have known more than you, Alison, as a therapist?
Well,
Therapist knows that so well. They know it. They know it.
I'm afraid my experience is not that at all, Nikki. I'm serious. I think psychology works way too limited. Way.
Totally.
I'm just sending some humor your way. I know you got it. I know you got me. So I don't have to. It's just bringing some. I'm pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg. Can you feel it? No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, psychology has the same limits as AI does.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah.
It's fascinating, but it's still limited by its programming.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right. And it's fascinating, but it can also be really useful, right?
right.
It can be really, really, really. I mean, I don't know where
Well, of course,
you
yeah,
are
yeah.
without the therapist that I
But it
have.
appears to be more so magical, but it is limited. It is limited by its program. However, the database can be changed and enlarged, which
Oh,
makes it appear more intelligent.
yep.
So you can keep expanding, the database or the memory that it's working with,
Yeah.
the memories that it's working with, and it seems like it has more intelligence. But
So
that's
maybe
only experiential memory. It's not energetic memory.
I,
Totally different stuff.
yeah. But memory is information. Like when you think about karma, we have karma because of memory. It's all information. And then there's an overlay. Some memory is experience. But at the basis of it, memory is data. There might be shadow and light to it, but there's no good or bad.
What about the memory that's stored in your muscles?
Data. Morning, Ian.
Hello,
That's
hi, morning.
energy.
Morning, Ian.
It's energy.
Morning.
Afternoon, Hey, morning. Good to hear your voice.
You too, I've missed you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Be nice and active in the chat box. I like that. I was reading it all. Very
Happy to
interesting.
help.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a big help. Beautiful.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
So we're talking about data and memory and vibration and when I saw your name come up in the participants, what came into my head was, yeah, we have heart memory.
Mm. Mm.
That's what I associate with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just feeling the word heart memory. Nice.
Mm.
Thank you for sharing.
Welcome. We've gone off on a tangent, I think, but it's been good.
Yeah.
And excitement does that.
Mm.
Expansion.
But what I like is that, sharing and learning and growing and understanding of awareness is all about our own experience, our own beliefs. So when we share, we're sharing from our own experience and beliefs. And maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't help. But what I do know is that we can now make it up. We can make it all up. So it doesn't have to be and what I love about this is not giving advice, it's not coaching, it's not telling somebody what to do. It's just about allowing somebody to have their own experience. And I think this is what brings real clarity to someone, that they can be heard because they need to hear themselves. Because that's what basically sharing is. It's basically, yesterday I realized, wow, that's profound, because when I did share, I really was sharing to myself. And I said, wow, wow, that's interesting, because now
Mm.
I could lock it in and go, oh, that's anchoring now. So
Yes.
Yes.
that's the power of sharing, because
Yes.
that's when you anchor in knowing that where you've been and where you're going and where you are. And it just gives that foundation of saying, oh, okay, I'm building my house now, on brick, one by one. And it's design. And this is what I feel as creators, we are designing a whole new understanding of perspective, right? Because yeah, to me, we live in a perception of ourselves, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
I would like to share something on that note. Something that happened yesterday. Yesterday, I thought I want to take aligned action, so I want to put myself out there more. I don't know if you have it in the USA, but in the UK, we have this app and it's called Meetup. And it's where like you meet a new group of people and they go for meals, they go hiking, they go to cinema. It's basically where you go and meet a new group of people to make new friends and to do activities together. So yesterday I thought I want to take some aligned action. I want to put myself out there more. So I went to this gay men's lunch group because I'm a gay man myself. So I went to this gay men's lunch group. It was in a bar. I haven't been to a bar in a few years. So yeah, I went to a bar, I braved off, I went. Anyway, I was talking to these guys, and this mother and daughter came up to me. Well, they came up to me and these guys I was talking to. And she said to me, is there any straight guys here? I'm looking for a guy for my daughter. And I turned around and I said, this is a gay men's group. You might find some bi men here, but there's going to be no one straight. It's a gay men's group. And I found myself judging. I said to the other guy that I was talking to, that's a bit desperate, but I noticed it straight away. Like I noticed myself judging it straight away. And I thought to myself, why am I judging this? Why am I judging her for looking for a hookup? Why am I judging that? And I found I'm judging it because, honest truth, when I was younger, I used to think that love was sex. So I used to go out and get drunk and I used to do random hookups when I was like in my early 20s. So I wasn't actually judging her, I was judging my old self.
Of
Because
course,
I saw my old self in it.
Yeah,
so
that's
just
good
like,
awareness.
wow, I actually was not judging her. I was judging the aspect of me when I was younger that I didn't like. But I was just looking full about my outside of myself. Me
Isn't
looking
that
for sex.
profound? Yeah.
I was just looking full of outside of myself. So I just realized that she's just looking full of in the wrong place. And I actually the judgment turned into compassion. And I just said to the universe, I'm so sorry for judging her. And yeah. So I just want to share that.
Wow, that's a beautiful share. That is a beautiful share. Wow, Ian. Good for you. That's
really
amazing. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. And
I
so many people
I knew it
can
straight away.
Yeah,
It was
people
nice.
can resonate with that one. That is the truth. That is literally wow. That's it.
It's just something in me that I don't like about my old self because I used to do
Amen.
it. Not that I was desperate, but I used to go out looking for hookups when I was drunk because I literally thought if someone wants sex with me, it means they love me because I was in the wrong structure.
Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's the question you ask somebody and you ask yourself when you don't like something of somebody else. You say, what do I not like about myself? Because it's a reflection. It's just a reflection. This is why the judgment, you can go and say, oh my God, when you judge yourself. It's basically, that's what it is. And when you have that awareness, oh my God, when you take that awareness and going, oh my God, the compassion you have for yourself then, because you realize I'm actually judging me.
Yeah, I just realized It's not
Oh
the sex she's looking for. She's looking for love. And she's
no,
looking for outside of
yeah,
herself. So I realized,
yeah.
and I just felt compassion for her then. And I just apologized to the
Oh,
universe for judging because I'm sorry for judging, universe. I'll try not to do it
oh,
again.
Ian. Oh, Ian, this
I
is just
recognized it straight away, so it
beautiful.
was really nice.
Oh, that is
Mm.
the most incredible, profound, beautiful. Absolutely. Wow. Because isn't that just interesting to meet people where they are, and not to have any assume or have assumption of them, you know? And that's the thing, when people meet you, they all have these assumptions, you know, before you even open your mouth, you know? You know? Yeah. Wow. Isn't that interesting? And we all judge, eh? Let me tell you. Say, I don't care. Say it however you want to say, how long you've been here on this earth. Everybody judges. And the quicker they understand that they're judging themselves, the quicker they can have compassion and be a better of service to somebody and give them the love that they're actually looking for, even if it's a smile on your face.
The thing I found now, and I'm being
Mm.
100% honest, I used to get quite a lot of judgment and people disliking me. But I've realized now, looking back, that they've always reflected to me how I felt about myself. I didn't like myself and I judged
I
myself.
hear that.
And they've just
Oh,
always reflected that back to me. But now I actually like myself and I like
oh
who I am. I
yeah.
don't get that anymore. People are not really nice to me and really welcoming because
Uh-huh.
I actually like myself now. So it's always been how I felt about myself being maybe back to me.
Wow, this is spot on. This is spot on. You know, when we have that unpacking, when we say define yourself, what you think of the world and of others, that's basically literally in writing. If you write it down, that's a reflection of you. How you see the world, how you see others, and how you define yourself. Yeah.
Like now, nobody does really comment. Nobody comments now, but if somebody did, I'd be like, what is it in me that doesn't like myself for that person to comment because it's moving back to me, and then I would go and work for myself.
Yeah, this is great, man. I had this saying this morning to myself, just in general, wherever I go now, I say I am supported, you know, because if you have a belief that you're not supported, then you're not going to be supported. This is the truth. But when you have that internal saying, I am supported, I have support, yeah, that support is going to be there. And it's the truth. If you, it's just what it is, yeah. And it's just get to experience it. When you think people are going to let you down, people let you down. You know, if you feel that you're going to come into a place where there's going to be a confrontation and conflict and argumentative, that's what's going to happen. It's intentional, the intentions behind it. That's why it's so powerful, the intentions. What are your intentions? Like, what are you giving off? Yeah. And it's just bounces off you. And people feel that, and that's your energy. It's beautiful.
I'm
Wow.
glad I shared that because I feel like it's online now, so it's going to help a lot of people. So I'm glad
Yeah,
I shared that.
it's and you know, even yesterday when I said something to somebody, she texted me this morning, said, you know, Nikki, I've heard that many times. I've heard it many times, but when you said it last night, and I just said it wasn't anything profound, just said something. She texted me and said, wow, now I can take it to the next level, you know, where she wants to go in her coaching. And because she's a coach, right? And wow, and it was lovely that she could write that to me, because when you're a person that you were always in behind the scene, like myself, always observing, never really coming up front and speaking, because you always thought, who am I to speak? And that's just my level of that place where I thought, what have I really got to share? But because of this platform, and because I have put myself out to have the confidence of practicing, even if I do mess up, doesn't matter. That's where the momentum, and this is why gathering together and we get to scatter out there and be a vessel that you can say, I'm just being me. And I just, in my heart, and I have love, that's it, And when you have that foundation, there's nothing to really add on than just be. And so I thank you for that sharing, because it's so powerful and so authentic, and it can reach so many people, because people need to hear that. They need to hear that. So that was very beautiful. Thank you for that share.
Thank you for your share. You appreciated.
Yeah, it's so appreciated. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Those patterns happen so fast.
Yes.
And one pops in and then another one, and especially together, it's like it can snowball very fast, especially with charged emotions, anger, frustration, defense. And when we can it's not that we could stop it in the moment. Eventually we can. But it's going back, reflecting it, and realizing like, wow, that is just a child pattern of mine that's still present today. I'm just defending something, and it's me. Meaning that's my past. It doesn't have to continue. It doesn't have to be there. And it shines a light on it. And then I don't know. It will be different next time, though.
It doesn't have anything to do with either my present or my future,
Yes.
unless I make it that way.
That's right. If you don't bring
You
the
just have to-
awareness. Sorry, Ian.
Sorry, I was just going to say, you just have to be honest with yourself. You don't have to be honest with us, but you have to be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Boom.
Because it's painful to look at it.
Oh my God. Boom.
Well, we think it is, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
That's right, because it's about where our identity is when we reflect, right?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that like accepting, accepting that little person, that little inner child, that acceptance,
Yeah.
total acceptance. Nothing to add on, nothing to be, just accepting and being honest.
Just showing there's a new way to that inner child that's locked up.
Oh,
Instead of allowing my past to identify me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me.
So
It's an
it comes
experience.
back- Yeah. So it comes back to focus and intention and awareness.
And
Those
yeah, it's so good. Yeah, sorry.
awareness, focus, intention.
So good. I just love what Ian just brought to the table, because what's come up for me as I spoke to my inner child this morning, because there's a lot of things letting go having to understand the compassion for people that were in authority, and from the time to where I am now. And it's just been so profoundly letting go of that, and having to understand that, wow, so much is coming up, and letting just be in this body of mine, and celebrating that it's just amazing, you know, because when you really are honest and in your heart, you can really just be your authentic person. It's just who you've always been, you know. But because you were molded and shaped in society, this is the world that it's illusional. It's not even true. It's not true, you know. It's just people's perception. It was just people's fears and doubts, and only what they only knew, you know, and then also passing it down to you. And this is where I think maturity comes into, when you are honest and you stay in your heart, and you can be true to yourself and saying, yeah, that did happen, because it did happen. We're not making excuses for that, but we also don't need to live there, because that's not living. That's dying in a slow death. That's not living. And that I think it's that journey of just allowing. It's allowing, give that permission now to say, yeah.
And
You
I
know?
feel it's the ability to laugh at yourself as well. Like I was in the gym
Yeah.
the other week. I was in the gym the other week, and I was on, you know, the leg press where you put it down and go
Yeah.
back up. I was on leg press. I farted really loud because it pressed on my stomach, and I just started laughing. Didn't bother me. Yeah. And it just laughing. It was funny. The ability to laugh.
Yeah, right. It's true. It's yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We are being me.
Yeah, being me. Yeah.
We are me.
Ah.
I did want to ask you something, because I've noticed the last few weeks I have been more in my heart, and I've been really feeling like I'm more in my head, more in my heart than my head. But I've noticed, like when I've been speaking to people, I've noticed the lack of love in them. I don't know if you guys notice that when you're in your heart, like when you're talking to someone, you notice, not from a judgmental way, but you just feel like the lack of love.
It's also a lack of a misunderstanding, you know, because, you know, when you have a frequency of being in your heart, it's not everyone is in that level, you know, and that's when I feel where you can just stay in your heart and allow them to match up. Because this morning, what I said this morning, and I'll say it honestly, that I want to, I choose love, right? This is my message. I choose love, loving relationships, right? Loving relationships. And anything that does not line up with my energy in that love or frequency, I have no part of it. This is where I am now. I do not entertain it. I will not engage. I will disconnect, because this has been now my journey of where I am today. And I am now embodying that love, because that's who I am. And so anything or anyone that comes into my atmosphere in this time and space and does not match my energy, I do not, that's it. And that is something where I feel this is important to me right now. You know? So
Because you're seeing your worth, you're seeing your worth. And that's a beautiful thing. I can feel it off you. You're in your power, you're feeling your worth. It's nice.
It's worth, right? I'm feeling my worth, because your accent is very strong there. Is that worth? You say worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you feel,
And that's what I said.
It.
Yeah, and that's what I said this morning. Like this whole thing of worth, you know? I mean, it's the celebration of just allowing to just be here and having to know that you can really embody the fact that you are now where you need to be. it doesn't matter where you're, what you need to accomplish or what you need to do. It's right now, you know, that satisfaction, right? And to set not even anything of boundaries or anything like that, because you are now reflecting that, you know, and whatever I allow now to reflect, it's going to match up, because that's my intention. And I'm not
Yeah,
going
you've
to
been,
I'm not sugarcoating anything anymore. I'm not holding back anymore. I'm like I said yesterday to this person I was talking to, because she knows she's a coach, she's into this, and I can speak now. Now I don't hold back. I said to her, I'm not going to hold back. I'm just going to share. And that's what it is, right? So you just need to know when to share, when not to share, because this is important. But in the same time, when it comes to me having to live and be, I'm here to just match the same energy as me now. And
yeah,
if you
thanks for
don't,
being my
then you
mirror.
don't. Yeah, if you don't, you
Mm.
don't. There's no judgment. There's nothing to add on there. I just move on. Because I've always been so careful what people, all about the people, what they perceive, what they're listening to, what they understand. No, you must understand what you want to understand now. I'm not walking around you in circles. You are the whole, and meet up with my wholeness. But if you're not, then I'll meet you later. But I'm not holding
people
back.
will love you for who. The right people will love you for who you are. The right
Yeah,
people will love
that's
you.
it.
Speaking
That's
your truth.
it.
When you're speaking your truth, they'll love you. The right people will respect you. The right people will just come. They'll be there. They'll understand.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm.
Morning,
Mm.
Joe. If they
Morning,
mind, they
Joe.
don't matter. And if they matter, they don't mind.
If they what? They matter what? Hey Joe, what you said?
Hi, Joe.
If it matters, they don't matter. Oh no, what did I say now?
If they mind.
If
No,
they
no, no.
mind,
If they mind, they don't matter. If they don't mind, oh, fuck myself.
and if
Good
they
job.
matter, they don't mind.
Yeah, that's it.
If they mind, they
Wow.
don't matter. If they matter, they don't mind.
Yeah. Hello,
Look
we've
how
got
we
Ireland
fit.
Mhm.
out.
Yes, we do.
Big love, Joe.
Yes, we.
We're making cards.
Making cards.
You and the girls.
Me and Smiler.
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Can you see, yeah?
Oh, hi, lovely. We
Oh,
love
awesome.
that.
Hi, Isla.
Yay. Hey, beautiful. Woohoo. She's wearing green, my favorite color. Well,
Hey, and
Yo,
Joe can
guess
actually
what?
see today.
That's it. I've got glasses now, guys.
oh yeah, looking
Your
sharp,
sunglasses,
looking
aren't
very
they?
sharp. Ooh, looking the part.
Oh yeah, that's right. I couldn't believe it when I could see again. It was amazing. Like, wow. Glasses on. No, guys, you're not going to believe it, yeah. But Isla's got a really beautiful share for you today.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
Bring it on, sweetheart.
we've been learning and practicing, and yeah, you ready, Smiler?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it, guys?
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Let's get into position then.
Here we are.
Right then, here we go. It's a little musical piece.
Mhm. Oh, go for it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me don't have a super duper day at school, girl. Once I was 7 years old. pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, jumping on the trampoline forever. Reaching for the stars. Happy and smiling no matter the weather. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me he's always gonna love me forever. Once I was 11 years old, I always had that dream, like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs. I started writing stories. Something about the glory just always seemed to bore me. 'Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told before the morning sun. Once I was 20 years old.
Beautiful.
Last verse.
I only can see my goals. I don't believe in failing. 'Cause I know the smallest voice, they can make it major. I got my goals with me, at least those in my favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing.
That's
That was
phenomenal.
amazing.
That was so beautiful.
Right, let's go on the piano. Let's keep learning this song, yeah? And oh my God.
It's
It's the
amazing.
warrior. So glad to share that with you guys.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Giving you a
Thank
big
you.
energy hug right now, Isla.
So we just want to pop in, share the love, yeah? Isla was like, I feel a bit nervous, but she did it anyway. Yo, guys.
Yeah. And Isla, I want to ask you something. What does it feel like to sing about yourself being 20 years old?
Very, very scary.
Oh,
I can imagine. Yeah. But you know what, Isla? I
Yeah?
bet there are very few people that get to sing like you do about themselves being 20 years old. So you're a pioneer in my heart.
The thing is, yeah, this is actually a song called 7 Years Old. Yeah, it's a really popular song, but there was some bits that Isla's actually changed. We actually reworded it, like bouncing on the trampoline forever, reaching for the stars, no matter what the weather. But yeah, man, but Isla, that's it. She's learned it. She's been freestyling it. She's been remaking it, recreating it,
That's
and wow.
amazing. That's amazing. You guys are amazing the way that you managed to work together. And thank you so much for sharing that.
Our pleasure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, well, let's guys get back on with it now. We're going to keep on colouring in and we're going to keep on listening until Isla says, right, Daddy, it's time to go now. But big love.
Thank you, guys.
We love you, man. We love you.
Isla, thank you.
Thank you.
Your first official audience, big happy audience, eh?
Yeah.
You made me cry.
Oh.
And
We love
that's
you.
good. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
tears.
tears.
Made me happy.
Yeah.
Made me happy. Very happy.
You got me back to my inner child. It was really nice. Thank you.
Oh, say hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Bye. You took me back to the 7-year-old Ian. It was really nice. So thank you for the gift.
Oh, there you go.
We love you guys. Yeah, we love you. All right.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Wow. How fitting was that to everything that we've been talking about? It was the perfect demonstration and encapsulation of it all.
I know this is going to sound a bit silly, but I felt a bit of inner child healing listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's probably what you bump into when you're open, when your heart's open to them. Society, others don't know what to do with it. Our walls are so thick, they're so high around our heart, and that is the gift, that is the service that I say we're bringing to the world.
I just felt the innocence and the purity. It was like, when I saw my little Ian, it was really nice.
Yeah. It is.
I'm still getting a buzz off it. Still.
Oh, I think we'll all buzz on that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's reborn.
Yeah.
There we go. So
That's
let's
reborn. Yeah.
let's share our words, and I'd love to hear Isla's too when she's ready.
Reborn.
I'm just glad she's got Joe because the encouragement he's given her, it's really nice.
Yes. Yes, and the collaboration, hey, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work so beautifully together, and that is so
Co-creation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so special.
It's co-creation. Yeah. Big time.
So I'll go with my word this morning before we started. was innovation.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's interesting because the resonance for it is a little bit off for me. I'm not quite sure, but I'll start with that one.
Makes me happy to hear that from you.
Yes, I feel that. I felt that too. I really did. It's beautiful, Alison.
Thank you.
So beautiful. So beautiful. I don't know what Jesse meant because he knows you maybe longer, but I really like that when you said that, it just resonated beautifully to me. Beautiful. Just so beautiful. Yeah, I gotta say I'm so grateful to be able to be reborn every single day. Yeah, I'm just reborn with my innocence and listening. Music is a very big part of my life. And when I listened to that, it was everything just stopped. Like everything stopped for me. And yeah, that's basically what I was trying to really put out to myself today, that I'm reborn. I'm just reborn. Right here, I'm creating what I'm creating from fresh, from new. And having to reborn with beautiful experiences with other people now. So thank you. Big thanks.
For me, when you said that, I would say connection. Now I'm feeling more connected to myself, my true self. I feel more connected to others.
Yeah.
Yo, that's so weird, Ian, because I swear down, mate, I was thinking connection, yeah, but then I took it a step further and I said divine connection.
Absolutely. It is divine. Literally, that's what it is.
Divine to your connection.
Yeah.
heart connections, I would say. I feel like that's why some people, when I meet them, that I feel the lack of love, because I feel like I'm connected to people's hearts more. So I'm feeling that from people from the heart. So yeah, heart connection, I would say.
Mm.
Thanks, Joe. You just put that into my awareness, heart connection.
Mm.
And you look very dapper in your glasses as well.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Help me pick, Jesse helped me pick these at the Specsavers about 6 months ago. I've just gone and got them now. I don't know if you remember that, Jesse, when I was picking glasses.
Yeah, I do now.
I do also. I remember that day.
You go, man. This is the end result. I can see you again. It's a miracle. Right, Isla's got a word for you. I don't know what it is, but she said she's got one.
The word is tree.
What?
Tree.
Because
Tree.
that is a sign of growth.
Ah,
I
wow.
didn't understand that. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Tree, because it's a sign of growth.
And what were we saying?
Alison?
What were we saying about the branches? Because we were looking at a tree yesterday, and Isla was saying, like, I've just got so many things I want to do in my life. I don't know where to start. And I said to her, well, look at that tree there. Like, you're building the
Tree.
trunk of the tree, and then it's branching off. But then with what Craig's realizing is, like, we're multi-potentialites. You know what I mean? It's multiple potential, and rather than just focusing on one branch, it's watering all of them. Like, so wow. But yeah, tree.
Oh, it's tree. Yeah.
Joe, do you and Isla know about it's an old book. It's called The Faraway Tree.
I don't know.
It's a really beautiful story. It's a children's story. It was written by Enid Blyton.
Enid.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
well, I'll get that book ordered then.
You'll find it in the library, I'm sure.
Yeah. Is it a children's book, Alice?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So
Far
Isla,
away.
sorry, Joe. Isla, I have a painting that my daughter made for me of a tree. And when I wake up in the mornings, then that's what I see. That's the first thing that I see. I'll take a picture of it and send it to your dad. And it's a picture of the faraway tree.
Wow. My days. Thank you for sharing, Alison. We look forward to reading that. And yeah, I'm feeling them chills now. I'm feeling that energy. I'm feeling that buzz. And what did you say as well? Do you know when it came to the end of the song and you were talking to her, what did you say?
Can't remember.
You said, I didn't know what to say. Your jaw was locked up. When it was time to speak at the end of it, bless her, she was like, she couldn't move. She didn't know what to say. But she's buzzing, man. She's buzzing. And it was such a blessing to be able to share that with you guys. Because she's been working so hard on that. Practice makes the progress. Yo,
Yeah. That's the hardest thing to do, to sing and play at the same time. Goodness.
that's what I tell her. I said, that's a skill in itself, you know, to be able to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, she's not even 10 yet. She's going to be going 10 on May the 4th. Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, wow, like, she's learning the stuff that I've learned. Like, she just learns it like that. Boom!
Hey, it's a skill getting two hands to do two different things.
I know, just that on its own, and then to sing in between.
I could never do that.
Yeah.
Superstar in the making.
Yep.
But that's it, man. Like this is like from asking myself what I really love, you know, and it's music, you know, it's creating, to be able to create with my own daughter, you know, music, and to like freestyle and come up with ideas. That's what sparks that joy within, you know, and it was staring me in the face all along, like, and that's the beauty. And then like podcasts as well, you know, talking to people, I can talk. It's all stuff that's like second nature to me, you know, and like music, it just works, doesn't it, babe?
Yeah.
And it's just so good to just be on it. And you're like, Isla was on the streets of Manchester last year with a mate, like massive speaker, like, you know, like speaking to the people. So like absolutely on it. But this year, the Lovolution is coming back like we've never seen.
Yep.
I'm buzzing, baby. We're buzzing.
That's very evident, Joe.
Yeah, it's so good to get clarity on what's truly important, you know. Our family, you know, our health, our happiness. And to be able to like,
what's valuable to you.
yeah.
Very personal. Yeah.
That's it, because I think I thought I wanted a lot of stuff, but now I've whatever the word is.
Calibrate.
Collaborate, that's it. Yeah. I thought I wanted. I've let go of that now, and it's like my true heart's desires are able to come. And it's like I had to let go of what I thought I wanted for me to see what my heart truly wanted. You know,
That's interesting.
and it was mad though, because like as soon as I let go of it, when I went to Alton Towers, I was like, you know what, the stuff I thought I wanted, I don't know if I even want it anymore, and I kind of let go of it. And then Craig messaged me, and he found this next level link, like, and I like basically like let go of my ideas, and then Craig come back with something like 10 times bigger than what I was thinking anyway. So it's magical how it works, you know.
So Joe, when you were talking, I'll tell you what came to me was that we often go out on a limb to get what we think we want. But as we're doing that, it's like a life's longing for life itself.
Yeah.
And then we get to see what part of life, because it is so vast, what part of life is it that we want to reflect? Because in truth, maybe all that we are is reflection of what is.
Mm.
So we're the mirror. And then because we're in a body, we get to choose how we want to reflect and what we want to reflect.
I think it's reflect and project as well at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reflection from the projection.
It's mixed in.
Yeah, intertwined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or one and the same.
Yeah.
But unique.
Yes.
Uniquely
Always
me. Uniquely me, everyone. And we're trying so much to be the same.
Mm.
It won't
So that
work.
we can belong.
Yep.
Mm. It reminds me when I was talking to Craig, and I was like, yo, am I meant to do this? Am I meant to be coaching? Am I meant to be doing that? Or am I just meant to be me?
Mm. Mm.
And it's like, yeah.
And we made up early on that we couldn't, that wasn't enough. That wasn't going to be good enough, that we couldn't be that.
Mm.
That's where that inner child is wrapped up, imprisoned, and held back.
Yes.
All with the intention to protect, whether it was to protect the child or to protect the inner child of the parent.
And we're just so grateful now that we can have the awareness where we can see and appreciate this in itself for what it is, acknowledge it, honor it, and love it, you know, and just squeeze it.
Right. And the younger they are, the less trapped they are. We just need to listen to them.
Yeah, they just want to be heard.
So everyone just wants to be heard.
Get
So
to
my
feel it
word-
all. Get to feel it all.
I want
Being
to ask
loved
you, are you
is
going to
life.
Conscious Camp this year?
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah, I'm
even
going
more
to-
fundamental than that. It's more like we really want to have our greatness acknowledged in the first place,
Yeah.
even just acknowledged.
What does that mean?
Well, the tendency human
Recognize-
beings have is to treat a baby like it's as if it's zero.
Mm-hmm.
As if it's nothing. Instead of as if it's magnificent.
And I'll add that it could be this way too, that we were thought of as magnificent and then a pain in the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
There's some general confusion around that. Yeah.
Because I mean, once you start walking and talking, I mean, all of it's done at that point. It's like, yeah,
pooping. And pooping.
yeah.
Pooping
Yeah.
especially. Let's not forget that one. No.
But there's a John Lennon lyric and it goes, as soon as you're born, they make you feel
Amen.
small by giving you no love instead of it all.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm alluding to.
Personally, as a child, I found a lot of love in my animals because I had a lot of animals growing up. So
Yes.
it was like a zoo growing up. So I found a lot of love in my cats, my dogs, my hamsters. They always listened to me without judgment.
I love it.
You could count on them to hear
No
you.
matter what I did, they were always loving towards me. They always loved me. So yeah.
Oh, yes. And that's why we've got so much to learn from the animals, just how the dog can just unconditionally just keep loving and loving. Wow.
They say a dog gives you 9 years extra.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
I remember being about 10 years old and my cat
Yeah.
having kittens in the drawer and I was holding a paw and she was looking into my eyes like, please don't leave me. And I was like, oh, I remember.
Oh.
Well, I'm adding 10 more years to my life. I've just made a magnificent smoothie with lettuce, berries, banana, and what else? Chai seeds. Yeah,
Tasty.
and apple and almonds. Thank you very much.
I do,
Wow.
Anyone
I
want
loved how
one?
you.
Yeah.
We'll do a trade.
Alan of that.
I'll make a cacao, you make me a smoothie, and we'll do a trade.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah, now you're talking my language.
Do you guys like cacao?
I love cacao nibs.
Oh, I love. Can't get
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah, I love cacao too.
Oh,
It's meant to open the heart space, isn't it? Like the Egyptians used to drink that. Like the kings and the queens.
mm-hmm.
Cacao.
Cacao.
I don't have coffee anymore, I have cacao.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like sucking back dark chocolate. I do, seriously.
I know. I'm just laughing.
Joe, I want to make a deal with you. If I'm thinking of going to Conscious Camp, if I see
Oh
you
my
there,
God.
can we do a cold water together therapy? I've always wanted to try it.
Of course, brother, man. I'm going, man. I
We'll
just
get naked and jump in the sea.
I'm going, man. So definitely, bro. We'll be living in that water together.
I've always wanted to do it, but I haven't done it yet. Cold water therapy in the sea.
Oh, mate, yeah, you're gonna love it, man, and it'll be an honor to be doing the first one with you too. I got you back all the way, brother. You're gonna love it.
I'll make a deal with you and Joe, Ian, and my deal is that you get to share that, please, when you come back, and tell us.
Yeah,
all
okay,
about
we'll
it.
send a photo and put on the group.
That would
Yeah,
be
no, we'll
do
be better than that,
wonderful.
man. I'll make a little video, I'll put it in the group, and you guys can be all there with us.
That sounds great. Thank you.
We've got deal or no deal going on.
Awesome. Count
We're
me in.
busting out deals, man. We're busting out deals on this Sunday afternoon, man. We're not making
Absolute.
money, but oh,
Let's go. Let's do this.
yo, guys, I'm gonna rumble now with Smiler Riley. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
But Joe, thank you so much for coming by, Isla.
Isla's
Take care,
cards.
see ya.
Big love to you all. We love you, all right?
Have a great Sunday, Joe and
Yes.
Isla. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Still is.
Well, love you.
Bye.
Love you back.
I'm going to shoot off too because I'm going to go make some food. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye,
Ian.
Ian.
The cow is calling, is it?
See you, take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Ian.
Big love. Yeah.
I couldn't notice, Jesse, you were going to say something before we went ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, yeah, my word, for it was like being love is life.
Oh, amen.
And
Thank you.
then my
Thank you.
next, just as a wrap up to that, was yes, all the deals being made, all the hearts being opened, the lives being impacted and changed.
Yep.
Focusing on opening hearts, it was like that. Just it was like that was validation for me of like I love that.
Mm.
That made me happy.
Oh,
Because that's what you started.
amen. And we get to finish
That's
it
what we
together.
started. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
What we and yeah, and that's the vision of the end result, because intentionally that was in your heart, and that's what's so powerful now, that we get together and to experience it, like we can experience Joe and Ian and everybody else that comes with it. And this is co-created. This is the new earth. This is how we should be. This is how we
Yes.
should have always been. And now we get to reborn and get to be here, you know, and experience this. This is everything. It's very powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. It's like, wow. I mean, if this doesn't give you momentum, then I don't know what gives you momentum or gives you drive. Because once you get to this awareness, you can't look back. You come too far. It's like, let's go. Let's go.
I like to put it this way. I've become the person my 18-year-old self wanted to meet.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yep. That's beautiful. So
I go
beautiful.
to 6. I go to 6 because that
Oh, I go to
18-year-old
5.
was one angry bastard.
Yeah, me too. I don't like to be 18. I'm 5 years old. 5 is my number. 5.
Ooh, yeah.
No, 18 was too destructive. I was wild.
Angry. I
Oh,
was
angry.
Oh, wow.
I was angry.
Yeah.
I was angry. Yeah. But I hear you. Wow. What a wrap. I think this is a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat my smoothie, guys. So love you lots.
Thanks,
so
Nikki.
appreciate
Love
it.
you.
Much appreciation here. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Bye, Alison. Bye, Ken. Bye, Jen.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
Who's left now? Oh, the big three.
The 3 that started.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
nothing in it, just acknowledge where that is.
Well, yeah, and I want to acknowledge
it's-
right now too, Allison's the one that connected you and I, Jesse. It's been so
That's just
fruitful.
because I'm a networker.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a networker.
Yeah.
You can just hold on a minute for me.
No, it was being, like today was around being without judge. And it's like that's what we've been for however many days it is now.
Sorry.
50, where were we at?
60
What
something.
did you say? 60 something, I was gonna say. I think it's 66 maybe.
66 watches. Sorry.
100, I think it's 166 days.
Oh, okay.
No, what would be? I don't know. 7. It's a multitude of 7. So 61. Who knows? Either way, just being without judgment. It's practicing equal. So that equally we can share, we can belong. And what I just love every morning is practicing listening.
Yeah.
Not listening. I mean, it's listening to what's being said, but it's listening what's being said as I listen to it, how my body reacts, how I respond to it.
Yeah.
And just acknowledging what's being spoke is genius, greatness, and gift. Both of those, Craig, that you gave me. is a fundamental to organisms, to society, to living. And Allison with compassion, like to that compassion is yes and for me. Still learning, still got a long ways to go.
Oh God, yes, all of us. Because it never ends, right?
It never ends.
So I wrote it in the chat, but there was so much going on. I didn't get a chance to share it, but I thought I'd bring it up now. That this thing about us, about the importance of sharing and the importance of being heard. That's what it was that triggered it for me. And it goes, when you go a step back, it's recognition of the need that we have to self-express. That is such a fundamental need of ours. And when you listen, then you acknowledge the other person's self-expression. And then, to use the words that you used, Jesse, and then that Craig gave, was to acknowledge the gifts and the genius and the greatness.
Yeah, the expression is about heart.
Yeah.
The heart of you. The heart of you longs to express.
And that gets amplified when we share. And I've been thinking a lot about mirror neurons. Again, I go in and out of thinking about them, but I would love to know more or something. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT, is like how fundamental mirror neurons in our bodies are. And that when we can't engage with them, and what does that do to our system? And I feel like that lies at the core of social isolation. So it
what growth is stunted?
Sorry, Craig?
What growth is stunted?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I was thinking is that in terms of the biology of it, it got to affect our systems. Like it's got to shut down certain systems in our body when that happens. We see it from the outside. We can recognize it, but I'd love to understand more about the biology of it and the biochemistry of it.
Yeah. What does holding back do to us?
And I guess at a very fundamental level, it stops the flow. That's what it is. And that's why I love that definition of desire. That desire is life's longing for itself. And then that I got from yoga, from those teachings.
Well, life's longing to express itself.
Yeah. And when it expresses, it moves, it's got momentum.
It expands, it grows, it flows, it changes, it's fluid.
That fluidity, which is why you like being water, Craig.
Yeah. Identify with water.
And if we think about it, all the work that goes into controlling that, to containing that.
Yeah, you have to build
That
a
is
dam.
what our, well, like as it's flowing, it's, you bet, like that is what we work to do in ourselves. That's exhausting.
Yeah. But a lake is a different quality of water than a river. In fact, they're different ecosystems.
Okay, so there's something else that came to me now, Jesse, with what you said. And it was this. So when we are with like-minded people and like-hearted people, there's much less that we have to control. And so
Yes.
we expand more and more. But here's the thing that this has been really hard for me. I have no claim to learning this at all. But I've begun to see that there is a time where it's really important to go then to the opposite. And the importance of going to the opposite of that and being in what you were describing in terms of that exhaustion is just for the contrast.
Mhm.
And what that contrast gives. It gives you more of an idea of what you want. But you need to keep on going back into what you perceive to be environments that don't allow the flow.
Mhm. Breakdowns
Yeah,
or contrast.
yeah,
How else do we learn what we want is by having things that tell us that's not what we want.
that's right. Yeah. And also, like when we do venture back to places that before were, or to communities or to people, environments, whatever that did not serve us, when we go back, they changed. And then we get to again interact with that change and feel, do we resonate with this change or don't we? And then, of course, you don't ever have to go back, because whatever you go forward to, you're still going to meet contrast in this dimension. You never won't meet it. It's always there. But we get to choose how much focus we want to put on it, right?
Mhm. Yes, we can be angry with the contrast or we can embrace it.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it.
An experience, a lesson, a learning. All in preparing for something next.
Yeah.
some unknown that's coming next. That's a guarantee. It's just whether we want it or it's what we don't want, because whatever we focus on will be what's created. Will be what we experience. It is what we do.
So I'm gonna have to go, but I'm gonna go with a story from Bruce. So it's Bruce's birthday today, Craig. So that's
Oh,
so he had this divine story about one of his best friends who was a realtor, and she was on the board of whatever the real estate board of where he was at the time. I think it was in LA. And she went, her husband was a bit of a problem. Everybody knew, he was very lovable, but he was a bit of a problem. And they had the Christmas party, and he was pissed off with the chairman of the board about something and started having an argument with him at this huge big gala. And they ended up in a physical fight. And Sheila stood there thinking to herself, okay, what do I do? Do I turn this into a drama or do I turn it into a comedy? And I mean, to have the presence of mind in a situation like that, to be able to choose what she was going to do with this situation, it was just so divine. It's a story I'll always remember. I'll close off with that. Thank you so much.
Tell Bruce happy birthday. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jess.
Love you,
Bye,
Allison.
yeah, Allison. Big love to Bruce.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
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 And then there were two.
And then there were two again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just getting while I was listening, I was just getting that all this is so much bigger than we ever imagined. Wow. I heard this statement. We've brought you this far. We'll take you there.
Say that again for me.
We've brought you this far. We'll take you there.
What does that mean for you?
Well, there for me is that open creative space.
Yeah.
It's however we want to make it, however we want to create it.
Yeah.
So the words more and all come to mind for me. Inside the word there.
Uniquely something.
Yeah. Well, and the readiness to experience that.
Mm.
Readiness to experience the more.
Yeah. Paradoxal, right? Is that we want it, yet we tell ourselves we can't.
Yeah.
We long for it, yet we're afraid of failing for it, afraid of going for it, afraid of having it. And so in that we hold on to what we've got. Afraid of changing.
All those cannots are being removed.
They are replaced.
Yeah.
They're being replaced with why not?
Yeah.
What if I could? What if I did?
Yeah. So for me now, it's not so much about the fear. It's more about the can't have it. A reason you can't have it. That's why my brain gets in the way. Because there's reasons.
Yes. Justifications,
And
right?
Those reasons are all
Conditions.
made up, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's
Problem
I
with
was
linear thinking and reasoning
yeah,
is that
for
they're
sure.
obstacles.
Yeah. Have you worked with Robert Fritz's Creating book?
No.
Man, it's one of my favorites. I don't think I've gone through the whole thing, but it just keeps drawing me. He did it for like artists and on the creative side for creative arts, and then he did one for business. And that, even though I love business books, I just, it just doesn't have the same feel to it. You
What
can
is
imagine
the,
one
for creators book.
No,
You
for
mean?
the difference, the one for managers, he did one for like business and managers, and even though I've read those books forever, it's I'm really drawn to the one that he did, like it's more of a free form structure rather than the, how you could imagine one for business and how business would want to see it. Both great books, it's just a little bit more free natured, I would say. The other one, it gives a lot more color. Just amazing how he could write structure between the two, as he created the end results, and you can see, my God, the difference in the two. A master of creation he was.
Yeah.
Such a powerful gift. Something from nothing. With our intention, with our energy, with our frequencies, with our thoughts and our actions. That's all it is. And all the things that get in the way that, man, we're not even aware of. Sitting with that today, it's like, oh, this is so big, so my unconsciousness is making it so hard.
Well, yeah. All the adjustments.
Yeah, the big reward has to be hard work. It has to be difficult. It's like, oh, look at that, just make up.
Well, yeah, we assume that, don't we? It's the difficulty in eternals and eternal and an unlimited soul has to deal with when it's encapsulated in a 4-dimensional reality. A lot of the conclusions we come to are incorrect.
Limited, yeah. To the potential. There you go. There's the potential word. Limited to the potential that they could be.
Because yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult in the 4D to factor in potential.
Yeah, it's the unknown, unseen. You bet.
Yeah, because potential doesn't seem real here.
Mhm. And yet we still the potential. Yet we still attach to hard work has potential.
Yeah.
It does, right?
That's interesting. I mentioned the other day that I did a quick study on energy, and I'm trying to remember what I learned in high school physics and chemistry about that, and thermodynamics and things like that. They talk about energy. Energy does work. It's part of the language around that, and I go like, ooh, that kind of sucks. If you're always referring to energy in terms of work, then that's not very creative, is it? Or at least it doesn't imply that there's a lot of creativity in it. But we talk about whether things work for us or not. There's a lot of restrictive energy in just the concept of work.
Yeah. A lot of restricted energy comes from the words.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. That's the meanings tend to be. Oh boy, it's Monday. I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? There's that whole.
Yeah. Right.
There's that whole thing about it. It's like. Dread.
It's like and then the action is energy.
Unless it's potential energy, then it's static.
I mean, I got a hole that I got to dig so that we can plant a tree. It's like that takes energy. And I can do it joyfully or I can fight it all the way.
That's why I love being in the preconception stage, because there's no obstacles, there's no resistance.
Well, then is there real learning experience?
It's not. It's not about learning. It's about application of learning. It's about living out what you already know.
The experience of living it out,
that's the only place where something could be truly original. It's in that preconcepted stage.
Mhm. And when that shows up, usually it's like, oh, like we'll attach it to our experience and say, what's that like? Like that is the right answer.
Right, exactly. And that's the obstacle that you just created on your own.
Well, it assumes that we know what's best. Yeah, it's like, oh, assuming that our past it can inform us of what's most important.
Yeah, well, those are big words. Assuming that our past can inform.
Mhm. Intuition or experience is either driving your life.
Yeah, there's that know-how obstacle just showed up for me again.
Yep, with an answer of I don't know.
Yeah, versus what you've accepted as proof.
Right. Or what's always been done, or how it's always viewed. Like we want that again. Oof.
Right. So we
Yeah,
broaden our experience, but there's still a glass ceiling to it.
expectations. Well, I'm gonna go say good morning, share some coffee with my wife, see what the rest of the day brings me.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Craig. Love you.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
I know, man. Thanks for
I always
being
cherish the times when it's just you and me. So just so
here. Yeah,
you
me
know.
too. No, I do too. I do too. I do too. It's been, I mean, it's the creation here, yeah. And more to come. Yeah, more to come. I'll have a blessed day. Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. I will. Talk soon.
Yeah,
All right.
big love.
Thanks. Bye.